Welcome PyCoders to the core Python tutorials for the beginners. So in last video tutorial we have seen how the method overloading or function overloading done in Python. So in the next video tutorial we have to see the operator overloading in Python. So what is operator overloading? Operator overloading means giving an extended meaning beyond their predefined operational meaning. For example, the operator plus is used to add two integers as well as join two strings and merge the two lists. It is achievable only because of the plus operator is overloaded by the integer class and str class. You might have noticed the same built-in function in Python operator or the function shows the different behaviors for different objects or the different classes, that is called the operator overloading. Let's have some their behaviors like this. What if like I will open my Python ideally. What if we want to add the two integers? So in a print I will write suppose 10 plus 20. We can get our exact output. And what if like I will have the two strings. Suppose the strings are laid so. Alright, so first closing this string plus I said learnings. I'm hitting an enter, you can get the LeadSoft learning means these two strings have been added. And what if like I will have the two multiple list, the list is can be added by the same, and we will have this method, the print function like this. Suppose I need to print my PyCoders by 10 times, so we can print it by such a way as well. Okay, so I just write the space to define the PyCoders by multiple ways. So PyCoders can be printed by same way. So that how the operator overloading, the operator meaning itself in Python. We need to overload this operator with the another predefined meaning, which is a custom meaning for our programming. So let's understand how to overload the operators in Python. Consider we will have two objects in which are in a physical representation of a class, that is a user defined data type, and we have to add the two objects with binary operator plus. It throws an error because the compiler don't know how to add the two objects. So we will define a method for an object that with that, and that process is called as a operator overloading. We can overload all the existing operator, but we cannot create the new operator over here in Python. To perform the operator overloading, the Python provides some special functions which are called as a magic function that is automatically invoked when it is associated with the that particular operator. For example, for a part of example I have mentioned some operator overloading and magic function here. So the add, we will have the this function, the sub, for the subtraction operation we will have this function, this all the binaries function, this all these the comparison operator, and all these are the assignment operator, the function associated with that, and the unary operator too. So guys, let's have the codings about the overloading binary plus operator in Python. When we can use an operator on user defined data types, then automatically the special function or the magic function associated with that operator is got invoked. Means we have to write that operator magic method inside our class or inside our program. All right, so changing the behavior of operator is simply as the changing the behavior of method or a function. You can define the methods in your class and the operators works accordingly to that the behaviors defined in a methods. So when we use the plus operator, the magic method double underscore add double underscore is automatically invoked, in which the operator for plus operator is defined there. By changing the magic methods code, we can give the extra meaning to the plus operator. Let's have the look on the same. What I will do is I will create a new file over here. So control N for creating a new file, sorry, control N. All right, so I will be define a class here. The class is called as a demo. Inside the demo I will define my uh, constructor like this, init self, and I will define the value of I said the value of a and b. All right, so a and b I will provide a b. All right, so self dot a equal to a, and self dot b equal to b. We have initialized the value of a and b. A and b are the member function of a class, and this init, I have written it very short, it must be like this. This init is a constructor of this class. Then I have to define the operator overloading for the add operator. So def double underscore add double underscore, okay, first self, and I need to define the value among with that. If suppose I need to add the value which is associated for the same, like this, I have not defining any kinds of value over there. And what I will do is I will add these two values and return from this function. So return self dot a plus self dot b. All right. So then later on I need to works with the same. What I will do, I will create an object, suppose object 1 of this demo, which having two different values. Alright, and what I will do is I will generate the object 2 again to works with the plus operator. So I will write 30 40. Alright, and the next on I will works on the string. So str1 equal to demo of, I said, Suraj single quote power, and str2 must be like this, demo as LeadSoft, right, learnings. Okay, we have done with this. Then I need to print all these values. So object 1 plus object 2 we are gonna be printing, and print str1 plus str2 we gonna be printing. So let's save this code as operator example. Okay, let's run this file. And once we have run this, you can take this one is must be take one positional argument over to there, but we have passed the two positional argument like this. So what I will do is I will simply add a one single value. I will provide a value over here and add this a dot value I will got added. All right, so I will save this code out and run this model. You can get the plus operator integer and demo. The type yes is not be provided, self uh, a dot value. What I will do, I will just having a one single value as argument over here. I will not defining my b like this. Okay, so self dot a, I need to return the self dot a plus that particular value. This is an object, I said this is an object. Suppose this is I consider as object, and I will add this object dot a as well over to here. Okay, so I will just run this code out. You can get the init has the two position, sorry, I need to check, I need to add these values again, remove this. I will remove this because the constructor only have one single function right now. So I will write let so I will write I will remove this. What I will do is I will just write, okay, let's so learnings we will put it down. Okay, like this. All right, so let's run this code out. You can get 40 and let's so learnings. What if like I'm providing the space over here, I will save this code. You can check the output came as a space 40, the addition of this object as is printed at here, and the addition of str1 and str2. So we have been provided the special meaning for plus operator to the object. As of the class are the user defined data type, so the plus minus multiplication is not be over to there. To define the operational operator to the an object, we will use the operating overloading concept to over here. What if like we will have the another code, the same I need to be executes by returning an object over to there. So what I will do, I will simply write the code. That code will executes by such a way it will returns an object. What I will do is like I need to return some objects from my code. So the same code I have been written, but I need to pass the two different values over there. Suppose like I need to works with the complex numbers, right? So it must be like class complex. Suppose I have been written, and then I will add the constructor init, okay, which is self a and b value. All right, so self dot a equal to a and self dot b equal to b. Okay, we have defined the same. So self def add function I have been written. This is a magic method. So self, and this is an other object, I say other object. Okay, so it must be like return what it returns the self dot a plus that other object dot a and self dot b plus other object dot b. Right, so we have done with our class. Now I need to define my method which is works on the str to convert the str. So def of str, this is a magic moment of the same and it don't have any argument. So return self dot a comma self dot b. All right, so we have been generated our class. Now I need to call this objects by the operator overloading. So object one I have been defined like this, complex one, and I said suppose two, sorry three, and object two I have been defined like this, complex 5 of 10. All right, and I will add this by storing to the another object. So object 3 equal to object 1 plus object 2. As of we have written using the return keyword, all the values are placing down to the objects 3, and then later on we will print our object 1. Okay, we will print the object 1, we will print object 2, and we will print object 3. Okay, by printing this function the str is got executes and it will print the value along with that. I will just write the space to define the two different values. All right, so save this code, run this model, and you can get there is an error, the error which is called as str return the non-returning tuple types of values. All right, so I need to generate all these values by converting into the tuples. All right, so what I will do is simply I will execute by such a way like I will remove this code, save it down, and run model, and you can get 16 and 13 will be output. It will print the value of 1 and 5, and it will add the value of 1 and 5, and it will add the value of 3 and 13. So that how the output will executes, because this print function will executes on this object 3 only, it will not execute on object 1 and object 2, because we have initialized this object, so we cannot print this value because it returns only the non-string type, which is are the tuples, and tuples are generated by some calculations only. So that how we can execute with the operator overloading concepts with our operator with and some magic functions over to there. So these are some magic functions from our programming in Python programming that it will support for the assignment operator, unary operator, then comparison operator and binary operator. You can have the multiple programs with the same operator. If you got something error, then put it down the error. Guys, if you get some knowledge by this code or by this video, please give us a thumbs up, do like, do share, do subscribe to our channel, and keep sharing this video to your colleagues. Thanks for watching this video. Happy coding. Bye bye.